This is an example of a potential client Google Merchant Center, and after carefully reviewing and making a proper audit manually myself, I'm going to present you the findings and the things that I found out that needs improvement and kind of damaging the client long term, that he needs to address all of those issues. At the same time, I'm running additional analysis with AI, and afterwards, I will show you the findings that AI found versus mine. We'll compare, and together we'll build a perfect audit for our client that he can immediately act on and improve the performance immediately. I'm going to start first of all with my key findings. When it comes to any platform audit, the first thing I like to do is to go over the main account settings, because that's where a lot of things go wrong. Going into account settings, let me see. The first thing, if we go to business information, you can see here that the business brand guidelines like logos and colors are missing. It's kind of crucial when it comes to shopping ads, because you want the button color to reflect your brand, etc., etc. You want the logo to appear there. This is something that you have to do. It doesn't cost anything. You just need to implement it, and that's it. Let's go back. I want to show you something here that I found. In the account details, you can see that the attribution model is data-driven. Well, we're not going to discuss it in more detail. We can keep it as it is, but the look back window should be the highest. Okay, here the account, the maximum is 40 days, but in some accounts you can have 90 days. And the longer, the better, especially when you have long time buying cycle. For example, B2B service, in this case, a jewelry client, it takes sometimes more than a month or two to make a purchase. So you want to properly track that. Bigger the window, the better. Let's go back. Second thing that I found is add-ons. If Google gives you an option to create custom reports, enhance your data management, make automated discounts, apply dynamic retargeting, so if the user saw a specific product, then you can chase him with the ads that show that exact product. So there are many add-ons that you can activate here, promotions like Black Friday, and I see everything switched off. So that's a big issue. Like, why not to activate it? Last thing in the settings, access and services. When I click on it and I go to apps and services, you can see that only Google Ads account is connected. But what about Google Analytics, Google My Business Profile? Let's click on Add Service. You can see here all the options that we have. If it's a Shopify store, we can connect it to Shopify. Google My Business, Google Analytics. If you have PayPal, connect PayPal. The more data sources you connect between themselves, the better. You will see a much clearer picture. Enrich the data. Give as many data sources as possible. Now let's head to products and store. So here, first of all, I would like to start with store quality. So the store quality, it says good, but it's not excellent, and we're looking for excellent score. So what is missing? Let's scroll down and see. First thing, there is no return cost information. It's very easy to set up, and this is something that you have to. In terms of delivery time and shipping cost, this is something that we cannot always change and affect. It depends on the business, on their profit margin, logistics, etc. But the shorter delivery time, let's say, the better shipping cost, the better score your store gets, the better rank it gets, and then it appears in the first search results. Then we have purchase experience. Why not to opt into promotions and promote? In terms of payment, I can see there's only PayPal here. The more payment options you give to your customer, the higher chances they will buy. It doesn't necessarily create confusion, and not everyone, for example, has a PayPal account. Some people prefer to pay with Apple Pay because it's much easier, convenient. So you should have as many options as possible. Scrolling down to store rating. If you have ratings available in Google reviews, use them, apply them here. When the product is presented in the shopping search results, it will show 5-star rating underneath, which is an excellent. It makes your ad more stand out more. It makes your business more trustworthy if you have high rating, and it has many, many benefits. It also improves your click-through rate on that specific ad as well. Another crucial thing that I just noticed now, something that I missed in the initial audit, is the website a lot of potential customers. Because nobody has patience nowadays. Everyone wants, just for all the pages load immediately, instantaneously. Everything should be done ASAP. So this is a critical point that needs to be addressed as well. I'll write it down actually. Yeah, let's continue. Reviews. Same thing as I mentioned before, Google customer reviews. If you have them, set up the integration. Voila, you have an extra upselling point. Let's go to shipping and costs, shipping and returns. So here it depends on logistics. I can see that the UPS is activated, but if you have FedEx, use FedEx, give them more options. And also it depends, like, is the cost flat for all the products, or you want to make it kind of dynamic, depends on the product price. You can do this here. Let's go to return policies. All good here. Now let's go to the most important part, the product feed. So let's click on products under products and store. Here I want to click on needs attention. And now Google updated their merchant center, making it complicated for anyone to access the analytics. But if you want to access, just know that you need to head to products, needs attention tab, and then click on view history. Yes, this one. You can see in the right column, there's a lot of attribution that is missing in all of their products, like age group, missing color, missing gender, mismatched price. So the price that Google scanned and the price that is on the website is completely different. Or the price that you provided in your product fee and the real price on the page itself. This is very, very important. This can actually trigger a policy violation, causing any issues in your account. You want to avoid that. Make sure that you don't have any big issues with your product feed in terms of attribution. Okay, we can see all the products are approved, but it doesn't mean that they're great, because there's this missing thing. And you need to understand that nowadays, AI uses all these attributions to get you better customers, more relevant audience. So if you don't have proper attributions, you might get wrong audience that is not interested in your product, and it will cause, a disaster performance-wise. So you want to avoid that. Last thing, but not least important, head to notifications, and here click on growth. And we can see here a lot of suggestions. Some of them we already discussed previously, but Google kind of recommends it to you. And when it comes to Google Ads, I usually recommend avoid their recommendations, because sometimes they don't understand the business. It's an automatic recommendation. It can mess up. It can do more damage than good. In this situation, it's not like that. You should actually follow the recommendations here when it comes to growth. Include the more recommendations here you will apply, the better your store will become quality score-wise and rank-wise. So use that to your advantage. So the AI audit is complete, and now we can compare what AI wrote versus what I did, and let's see what discrepancies do we have and what things we do agree on. First of all, I can see that the critical issues is in terms of the products. So 99% of the products have attribute issue, something that I mentioned previously, okay, which is excellent. I'm not going to go over all the details because 15 pages here. But let's just go over the main key points. So that's the first thing. There is no structured data sources submitted. It's just purely provided by Google. I don't think that is correct. Let me come back to the store. Let's click on data sources. So this is, for example, incorrect, because you can see provided by you, there is a data file and the number of the products is correct. AI is wrong about it. There is no issue with the data source. Let's move on to the next one. Poor store quality metrics. The store marked as good, but should be exceptional. Yes, I agree on that. And this is what we talked before. Delivery time, shipping cost, returning windows, improving mobile speed. Yes, this is excellent. Let's continue to the next one. Incomplete product titles. The current examples can be add and ring, and there's no metal type mentioned, no stone type quality mentioned, no key specifications. Yes, this is something that I didn't properly explain, but yes, this is definitely an issue that needs to be addressed, because product title gives, this is the first source of data that Google looks when it checks each product and determines what are we advertising and who is the audience. And if the user types 2-carat diamond ring, if the name of the product has 2-carat diamond ring, then it's much more likely that that product will appear in the search results. Hope that makes sense. Let's move on to next one. Optimization opportunities. Implement product segmentation with custom labels. So this is more advanced thing when it comes to Google Ads, and you try to promote it through shopping campaigns. You need to segment the products. Can't put all the products in one campaign and expect miracles to happen. So you need to separate it by labels. So here there's a pricing tier. You can do by product type, stone type, and seasonality, which is excellent recommendation. Standardize and enhance product descriptions. Yes. Add GTIN, likely missing or incomplete. No, we didn't receive any notifications about GTIN missing, so I think this is incorrect. Implement high quality product images. Yes, of course. Strategic recommendations. Build a proper product data architecture. Relying on 100% on Google website crawling is unstable. So this is not relevant because we checked before, we have our own data source connected. Continue implementation promotion. Implement promotions and merchant promotions. Yeah, very important. Like if you have Black Friday sale 50% off, put it in your product feed so it will automatically be applied. Like you have a discount, you have a reason, like what's the reason for that sale. You can do that. Like it doesn't cost anything and can really improve your product feed and performance. Let's move on. Competitive positioning versus Blue 9 Gems. Okay, we can compare here with the competitors. That's nice. And a detailed action plan. Okay, that's about it. So you can see half of the things I found, half of the things AI found, even though one of the main conclusions was incorrect related to data source, which made AI to draw another conclusion about how the approach should be, which is incorrect. That is why you should use AI as your assistant and not make decisions for you. But when you take together your knowledge, your skills, your analysis, and combine it with AI, you get this perfect audit that you can send right away to your client. And it's very actionable. It has all the information, very detailed, very professional. I don't think there's anything better than audit like this.